Can you hear me, students? Well,
Yes.
okay. Takshila ma'am, you are there? All right.
Yes, I'm here. I'm
All
here.
right. Okay, this is the new batch. So you have already started and you have already given the introduction to them?
Yes, sir. This is
Your line is not clear, ma'am. It's breaking. Okay, no. Okay, never mind, ma'am. You just send me a text message. Students are joining in. I will just we'll wait about 2-3 minutes, then we will start. So about 70 people are there. Right, okay. Okay, students, we shall start. Time is right. Okay. So
Yeah. Hello. Excuse me, sir.
yeah, Ms. Takshila, go ahead. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, students. Very good evening, everyone. So this is your first programming session. Mr. Muhammad will be doing your programming session and also the video editing sessions for now. And he's a very good and well experienced lecturer. So he's conducting the session in English. But if you have any doubt, you can ask your preferred language, Sinhala or English, and or Tamil. He's fluent in Sinhala and Tamil as well. So you can continue with him. Don't be afraid. If you have any doubt, you can ask and clear. Okay. So you can continue.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Okay. Once again, welcome to the programming session and let's get started. As Takshila ma'am said, you can ask questions in any language you like, but I will be mainly conducting the session in English, but it's going to be very simple English. All of you can understand, okay? And if you do have doubts, you can use the chat window or you can unmute your microphone and you can speak. During the class session, I request all of you to keep your microphones muted. So, make sure that you turn off your video as well. So if you keep your video off and your microphone off, that will be easy for everybody to participate the classes. To do the sessions. The other one is the session is recorded. Ma'am is recording that. So if you switch on and switch off your video, then what will happen is my screen will disappear for others, and sometimes it might disappear for you as well. For that reason, you can keep your videos turned off as well, right? So by just double clicking on my screen, you can pins my screen. So once it is pinned, you will be without a problem, you can follow the session. Okay, right. Let me give you a brief introduction about what we're going to learn in the course, in the program. So today's lesson is going to be introduction to programming. You will be understanding some new terms, and you'll be learning how a software is developed in some steps. So those are the main things that we will be focusing mainly today, because with about 1 hour time, we can focus on those two things today. So first one is going to be the introduction to the terms, and then the other one is going to be the software development lifecycle. Okay. Right. Without further delay, let's get started. There are about 90 plus students are there. Yeah, 98 students are there. Right. So when it comes to the program part, right? So you can see here, this is what I'm going to do mainly. So some common terminology we're going to talk first, right? Terminology in the sense words, right? New words that we're going to introduce, right? So for example, analysis, algorithm, right? So these kind of words will come. So we'll try to understand them as well, right? Then we're going to understand what do you mean by software and what type of software we have, and what sort of software, what type of software we have. And as I told you, software development lifecycle we're going to discuss. And we're going to talk about software design. So a little bit of software design also I'm going to teach you, because when you want to create a software, or when you want to create a program, it's correct to say more than a program. You can say it's a software or an application. So when you want to develop that one, step by step steps that you have to carefully follow. So in that one, there is a one important step is there, that is called software designing. So for that, you can use different types of tools. We also will be using some basic tools to get a good understanding of how the software design can be done. Okay, right. So this is just the introduction, and you will be learning a little bit of pseudocodes as well as the designing tool. Few pseudocodes we will do, 3 or 4 pseudocodes, just to have an understanding of it. After that, I will be teaching you Python programming language. So we're going to learn Python, right? And after finish learning Python, we will be learning the Visual Studio. Using the Visual Studio, we will be creating C# applications. Using C# applications, we will be building a CRUD application at the end, right? CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. So shortly we call this as add, edit, delete, and search. These are some functionalities that you build into an application. So this is the final part that we're going to build using C#. C# programming language. You're going to build this one, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the basics. Then we're going to start with the Python programming language. I will teach you up to a certain level in Python. Then we will be starting to learn about C#, and using C#, we will be learning how to create a CRUD application. So of course, I forgot to tell you, we will be doing this one with MySQL database management system, or database server. Okay, so up to that level we're going to do. So we will be having the sessions up to around 15 to 16 sessions, which means roughly that's how the sessions are planned, like 15 to 16 weeks. So each day we will be spending about 1 hour, and we will be learning things. Okay, right. So that's about what we're going to learn and how we're going to learn. So far, I don't think anyone having any doubts. If you do have any doubts, you can ask, right? So first 1 or 2 sessions, we can do it in more conversation manner, right? So පළවෙනි සති කීපය එකක් දෙකක් ඔය ළමයින්ට පුළුවන් අවශ්‍ය නම් සිංහලෙන් questions අහන්න පුළුවන් ඔය දරුවන්ට. මම පුළුවන් තරම් පැහැදිලි කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. But basically අපි session එක කරගෙන යන්නේ English වලින්. ගොඩාක් සරල English තමයි මම use කරන්නේ. ඒත් ඔයාලට ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න මම කියලා දෙන්න. right? தமிழ்ல உங்களுக்கு வந்து கேள்வி கேட்கலாம். விலங்கலன்னு சொன்னா கேளுங்க நான் சொல்லித்தாரேன். right? Okay, right. Still I didn't start to teach anything in the lesson, so only the introduction. So let's go forward, then I will start explaining a little bit in Sinhala and a little bit in Tamil, right? Okay. Okay, right. So the first thing that we are understanding today is, let us not spend too much time on this one. What is a computer program? Okay, so it's a very basic, this one, right? A very basic program. Even if you go to grade 6, grade 7 ICT book, they will have this kind of definitions. Okay, so what is a computer program? Okay, so usually this is the instructions. This is the what do you call, the definition like thing which have been given here. Okay, students, they are asking about the afternoon prayers. Even I didn't do my prayers. So exactly 7:30, I'm stopping the class. So 7:29, 7:30, like I will stop the class. So you pray and come for the for the video editing class. 5 minutes, like I will give you a break. 7:30, I will stop because I want to do the prayers as well. Okay, right. Fine. Right. Okay, let's continue. What is a computer program? Right. So a computer program is going to be, very simply saying, it's going to be a set of instructions, right? And it's going to be a set of instructions, and that can be written using a computer programming language. It has to be written using a computer programming language because computers are just machines, right? So okay, for example, right, if you have a human being and if you have a computer, sorry for that bad drawing. Anyways, humans are very flexible. You can understand natural language. Humans will understand. Natural language, right? Okay, but computers can understand only computer programming language or computer languages. Right? Okay, so this is what okay, so if you take Sinhala, Tamil, these are like natural languages. There can be so many languages like this, right? Okay, you know, the chat window is there. Some of you might be participating for the online classes. Maybe all of you might have experience, but okay, anyways, you know, Zoom software allows you to use the chat window. Most of you know how to use the chat window. In the chat window, can you put some names of programming languages? So you put them, put a direct message to me. So don't put it, everybody can see. So I will repeat that here, right? So in the chat window, try adding some names of programming languages that you know. Okay, one student says binary. Binary is not a language. Okay, it's a first generation programming language. Okay, first one came, right? Java. Nadir said, okay, I'm waiting for, okay. Someone says HTML, right? Okay, what else? Python, very good. Okay, C++, right? Pascal, good. What else? Okay, Python, C++, again coming. Okay, C++. Any other language? Okay, Unity is a gaming language which uses a particular programming language. Let me wait for it. CSS, they say. CSS is not a programming language, but you're saying, right? TypeScript, good. TypeScript, nice. What else? Okay, C programming language, good. Yeah, okay, React is using JavaScript. You do that. Ruby, good. I hope you're not searching ChatGPT or Google. Okay, is HTML a lot a programming language? HTML is not a programming language. It's just more like a page descriptive language. Okay, another language came, Dart. Okay, right, fine. Perl, good. Pseudocode is not a programming language, right? Cobalt, good. Cobalt. Nice. SQL, very good. C Sharp, very nice. Now C Sharp is the language which is used with Unity gaming engine to create games, right? There's another programming language, which is Swift. Okay, we can keep on going like this. J Sharp, Visual Basic, right? Okay, good, right. I'm happy. Okay, very good. Right. So these are programming languages, right? Okay. The reason for that is computers are just machines, right? So they are just machines. They do not understand natural language as we do, right? As we do, it doesn't understand natural language. So we need to use a language that the computer can understand. That's the reason why we use one of these programming languages. So for our course, we're going to use Python and C Sharp. Okay, we're going to use these two programming languages, Python and C Sharp we're going to use. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back. So it's going to be a computer program is going to be a set of instructions written using a computer programming language to do a meaningful task or a job. That means it's going to be a set of instructions. You can't just write a program or a software within one line of code, right? So it's going to be a number of lines of coding that you're going to do, right? So it's going to be a number of lines of code, right? So let's say a C program. I'll just write a C program. Python programs and all I can write, but anyway, we're going to learn them. So let's put a C program here. I'll make it big, right? And sorry. So just watch this. No need to learn anything out of this, right? So we're going to put okay, this is a tiny, okay, I'll make some space. So this is a small, very small C program, okay, written using C program. This will output in the computer screen the message hello world. Okay, so this is written 1 2 3 4, maybe four lines of coding I have written in order to do this work. Okay, right. So this is a tiny C program. I can write a Java program, okay, to do the same thing, right? So if you want to write a Java program here, the Java, because we are learning Python and C Sharp, I'm not doing it in that. So we'll say public class, let's say hello world. Keep your microphones muted, please. Okay, that is a Java program. Okay, this is a C. This is a Java program. Okay. It both does the same kind of a thing, right? This also outputs the word hello world on the screen. This also prints the output on the screen hello world. So we have used two different programming languages to do a similar type of a small work, which is just to print. It's like that, right? So someone is asking print or print ln. So this is the command, right? Print ln we use. Anyways, what happens is this one prints the value hello world. This also prints the value hello world. You can see this is also written using a set of instructions, C programming language, written using a set of instructions, Java programming language. So you have to use a computer programming language to create your computer program so that the computer can understand. Later I'll teach you more. Okay, right. So this is the basic idea, right? So what is a computer program? Okay, so it's going to be a set of instructions written using a computer programming language, and a computer program should do something. Okay, it should do something. So we're going to learn Python. So let's do a Java program and show you, because I'm not going to teach Java anyway. I can create a Python as well, but I just want to keep it simple. Right, let it load, right? Let it load. I'll just create a program and show you. So you'll understand better. One person is asking, sir, will you give notes or something? Notes, then the notes, notes, the necessary slides I can share with you. If anything needed, you can take it down later, because you know you can have a notebook or something. You can just dodge down these things, because Takshla ma'am, she's recording the video, so and she will make it available to you. Anytime you have any doubts, you can just refer to this one. What do you call? You can refer to this. But you know, when you're learning, okay, right? Where is that? Python and all. I have a handout with me. I have already created. Let me show you. This one I will share with you. So it has a lot of contents in this. We don't need everything. Every line we don't need, but I have a detailed note like this for you. Okay. This I will share when I'm teaching you the things. So for the time being, this is, if you want, you can take down these things. I don't think it's very necessary. Then again, you can have this slideshow also, what I'm showing. I will share this one via your ma'am. I'll send this one to you. And of course, those notes I will share you. For C# also, I have some kind of small note sets. Okay. I think I will clear that part, right? Okay. Then the last part, okay. Watch this. I'm creating a Java program using NetBeans, right? Let's call this one as a hello world. Okay. We'll say my calculator. Right. I hope all of you can see this. This is not in your syllabus. I mean, you're not going to do Java, but just take a look at this one, right? Okay. Right. So I'm going to take two numbers from the keyboard. I'm going to take two numbers from the keyboard and find and display the total and show you, because you know this screen says set of instructions written using a computer programming language to do a meaningful task, right? So let's see how to do that. So I'll just show you that. Okay, program is ready. There are a couple of lines, that's all, very simple, right? So it's a simple code. I'm not going to explain this to you, but this is written using Java. Nearly we have 20 lines of code, right? So when I run this program, you'll see, just take a look at this now. So when you run this, right? So this is the output which comes, and it asks you to enter the first number, right? Let's enter a number, let's say 500. And when you enter the enter key, it waits and asks the second number as well. Like this time, let's add another number to 750, and it displays the total, right? So again, we will run, and this time we can put different numbers. See, and it does the same thing. Okay, it finds the total, right? Okay, so that is what a computer program means, right? So this is just an introduction, right? Give me 1 or 2 minutes. Let me explain this one in Tamil and Sinhala to you, right? Okay. සිංහලෙන් මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේක පැහැදිලි කරන්න ඔය දරුවන්ට. ඒ තමයි අපි කම්පියුටර් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි කියන මෘදුකාංග කියලා කියන්නේ එච්චර අපිට එච්චර වචන වලින් යන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. නමුත් what is the software we want to install? I think NetBeans with Java. Someone is asking NetBeans install කරන්න පුතා ඕනේ නැහැ. අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මම ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලට මම දුවලා පුතාලගේ තමයි කතා කරන්න අවුලක් නැතේ කියලා හිතනවා ඔයාලට. හරි. I'm assuming you people are in your maybe less than 20 years, as well as maybe in your 20s. Okay, that's why I'm addressing you like that. Okay, if you have any objection, let me know. What I want to tell you is මට කියන්න අවශ්‍ය නේ මේකයි. අපි NetBeans install කරන්න ඕනද කියලා අහනවා එක්කෙනෙක්. NetBeans install කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. NetBeans install பண்ணන්න වෙනවද කියලා උත්තර install பண்ண තේවල. NetBeans අවශ්‍ය නැහැ පුතාලා. අපි මේ අපිට Python තමයි ඕනේ මම ඒක install කරන්න අවශ්‍ය කරන දේවල් කියන්නම්. හරිද? අද first class එකේ හින්දා ගොඩක් අපිට අර මේවා කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මේ අපි හෙමින් මේ ටික තියෙන ටික හෙමින් ඉගෙන ගමු. right? මෙදුව අපිරිචුකොල්ලෝ මෙදල උள்ள විෂයங்கள. okay. computer program එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි instructions තමයි දෙන්නේ. instructions දෙන්න අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා computer programming language එකක්. දැන් මෙතන මම example එකට use කරා Java programming language එක. ඒත් එක්කම මෙතන මම screen එකේ කලින් පැහැදිලි කරා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට C program එකක් මෙහෙම ලියලා පෙන්නවා. C වලිනුත් පුළුවන් මට වැඩ කරගන්න computer එක හරහා. right? ඔක අපි types of programming languages පස්සේ බලමු. right? so එතකොට computer programming එකක් කියලා අපි කියන්නේ instructions වල එකතුවක් එක computer programming language එකකින් තමයි ලියන්නේ. ඒ computer program එකකින් මොන හරි වැදගත් දෙයක් සිදු වෙන්න ඕන. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒකෙන් යම්කිසි කාර්යභාරයක් සිදු කෙරෙන්න ඕන. ඒ වගේ app එක නැත්නම් program එකකට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ computer program එකක් කියලා. හරි මම හිතනවා ඔයාලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැති කියලා. අර සිංහලෙන් අහපු දරුවා පොඩ්ඩක් මට comment එකක් දාන්න තේරුණාද කියලා. right. தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன்னு சொன்னா ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராமை நாங்க எடுத்துக்கொண்டா மென்பொருள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க தமிழ்ல. நாங்க மென்பொருள் அந்த அளவு தேவையில்ல. வன்பொருள் மென்பொருள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. மென்பொருள் அப்படின்றது வந்து என்னன்னு சொன்னா கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராம்னு சொல்றோம் வந்து நாங்க ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜை யூஸ் பண்ணி ஏதாவது ஒரு வேலையை செய்யறதுக்கு உருவாக்குற ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு தான் நாங்க சொல்றோம் வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. அப்ப அந்த ப்ரோக்ராம்ல என்ன இருக்கும்னு சொன்னா இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் தான் இருக்கும். கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராமிங் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் தான் இருக்கும். இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க பாக்குற வந்து ஜாவாக்குரிய instructions මේ ඔයාලා දකින්නේ Java programming language එකට අදාළ programming instructions තමයි මේ ඔයාලා දකින්නේ. right. I hope that introduction is enough. That's all I did in English, so that I try to explain you in shortly in Tamil and Sinhala. okay. මේකේ ළමයි පොඩ්ඩක් සිංහල තේරෙන්නේ නැති ළමයි චුට්ටක් අත උස්සන්න. සිංහල சுட்டக்கா தேரேன்னு சிங்களம் ஹலோ நேது போட்டேன். சிங்களம் கொஞ்சமும் தெரியாதவங்க கொஞ்சம் கை தூங்க பார்ப்போம். சிங்களம் அறவே கஷ்டம். ஓகே, கொஞ்சம் கை தூக்குங்க டக்குன்னு. ரைட், ஓகே. சும்மா போட வேணாம். சிங்களம் பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணி கொள்ளையிலும்டா கை தூக்க வேணாம். ரைட், ஓகே. ஒரு 10 பேர் இருக்கீங்க. ரைட், ஓகே. අත පල්ලයට දාන්න. රයිට්, කය කියලා පොඩුங்க. රයිට්. දෙමළ චුට්ටක්වත් තේරෙන්නේ නැති ළමයි චුට්ටක් අත උස්සන්න. දෙමළ ගොඩක් අයට තේරෙන්නේ නැති මම හිතන්නේ. දෙමළ චුට්ටක්වත් තේරෙන්නේ නැති අය, ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ දෙමළ තේරෙන්න එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරද්දී අපිට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන අය පොඩ්ඩක් අත උස්සන්න. හරි. ඒක අත උස්සන්න තව ඉන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ හරි. හරි. ඒකත් ඉන්නවා නේද? 110කට කිට්ටු කරලා දෙගොල්ලම ඉන්නවා. හරි. so අපි එතකොට ඒක තමයි හරි. එතකොට අනිත් හැමෝටම ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තේරෙනවා. very good. so අපි මේව කරමු. we will do it in basic English and I will balance it in Sinhala and Tamil. okay, so no problem. එහෙම කරද්දි ඉතින් අර පැය 15 පැය 16 ඇතුළතදී හරියටම කරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. I think අපිට තව පැය දෙකක් විතර වැඩිපුර යන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා. පැය දෙකක් කියලා කියන්නේ ඉතින් සති දෙකක් විතර වැඩිපුර යනවා. හරි. okay. මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවා කියලා හිතනවා. right, අපි ඉස්සරහට කරගෙන යමු. நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றது உங்களுக்கு விளங்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். right, முன்னுக்கு செஞ்சுட்டு போவோம். right, okay. right, I'm going to the next slide. right, so students, right, so this one what you have is, now we have just a discussion. right, feel free to talk. If you want to talk, you can switch on your microphone and you can speak. right, or else you can put it in the chat window. students very rarely they speak. කලාතුරකින් තමයි ළමයි කතා කරන්නේ මයික් එක ඔන් කරලා. කමන්න නැහැ, ඩවුට්ස් තියෙනවා නම් කතා කරන්න, නැත්නම් මම ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් අහද්දි උත්තර දෙන්න කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි, අපි මේක ටක් ගාලා පටන් ගමු මොකද්ද කරන්න කියලා. ඔයාලට පේනවා ඇති මුළු වෙලඟුම්. you can see on to my left side there are some icons, and to my right side I have used some different icons. okay, so what you see here is there are different type of operating systems. right, operating systems are type of software. right? We call them as system software, right? Now you can see in my computer, I have Windows 10 installed. Recently, I installed because my computer crashed a little. Last week, actually, it got a problem. So I reinstalled Windows, and this is a fresh installation. That is why less software are there in my computer now. Anyways, what you see this start menu, this taskbar, this my desktop. This is my desktop, so I haven't put any wallpaper or anything. So there are some icons, recycle bin. All these parts are part of the operating system. So I'm using Windows 10 operating system. Right, okay. So this is how it goes. There is a student asking, Fatima asking, how long is this class going to take to end? Is it you asking for today? 7:30 sharp, I will finish. Okay, right. 7:30 I'll finish, right? Okay, right. So children, you can see the other side. You can see if you take these type of icons, I don't have all of them, but there are application software. Now there's another question one person is asking, sir, is C++ Java not important? It is like this, students. Different type of programming languages are used for different type of applications and in order to build different type of things. According to this course from the institute, what they asked me to teach you for programming is Python and C#. Okay, and little bit of JavaScript. If time permits, I can teach you. But C# and C# with the GUI and CRUD application and Python. That's what they asked, because Python is a popular programming language and it has been used for a lot of things. So learning Python will be useful. But after you learn the basics of programming, most probably you can learn any programming language on your own there, because there are plenty of resources in the internet, right? I'll show you some resources when we go along, okay? HTML, no, we're not going to learn, right? So we're not going to learn. You should understand the scope of the course, right? The scope of the course is, it is 15 hours or 16 hours. So within 16 hours, covering 2 programming language is a challenge, right? So per week we do 1 hour. So detailing covering is a very big challenge. So I will try my level best to explain you, because in between that I have to explain in Tamil, Sinhala, then clear doubts, everything we have to do. So I'm having a huge fight with the time, but I will try my level best to teach, right? Okay. Okay, let's continue, right? So application software, I'll show you 1 or 2 application software to you in my computer, what I have installed. I haven't installed a lot of software. Yeah, let's say we have a VLC player. So if I use the VLC player, and you can see VLC player is a player which is used to put media files like videos, audio, all those kind of things. If I want, I can play. This is installed in the operating system. Someone have developed this, right? So if you go and if you check, so it has a manufacturer, or it has a development community who they have developed this for you. Okay, so recently I updated this VLC player as well. So this is an application software that you see on the screen. Okay, let's take another one, application software. This comes with the operating system itself. This is the calculate application. You would have plenty of times you would have used it. This is a calculate application. Let's say 45 multiplied by 2. If you want to see how much, you can do it, right? So this is another application. Likewise, there are so many other applications, and even NetBeans is an application software I have installed, so which helps you build Java programs, right? Paintbrush is another application software which I have installed, or which has installed with the operating system, which you can use to create a small artwork like this, right? Okay, and even Zoom I have installed. I don't know whether you can see that. Zoom is also another application which helps you do what do you call that, video conferencing. So that is what Zoom is used for, right? Okay, going back to the lesson. So that is the basic idea about types of software, application software, system software. We can have 2 types, right? Let's go and let's understand types of computer programs. If you take, we can classify them into different type of groups. Okay, out of that, a few basic things I have put for you, so to understand. So you can see the first screen, most of you like, I think most of you will love playing games, of course. Most of you will like very much playing games. That is why the first part I just included some screenshots of some games. If we take games are also built using programming languages, and the computer games are also software. They are programs. If you take your mobile phone, in your mobile phone you have a lot of icons, and in those icons, each icon represents different type of applications like this. Okay, so in order to satisfy the Android users as well as the Apple users, I have included both type of screens there in the slide. So you can see this is an Android app or Android phone screen. You can see there are a lot of icons here. For example, if you open the calendar app here, there's a calendar here, there's a calendar here. This is in Apple phone, we use this one, right? And here we can use this is Android, right? So we different icons will help you do different type of things for you. Okay, right? So fine, let's go to the next one. So this is computer games, mobile applications, all these are software. Okay. So one person is again asking about the notes. Notes all at hambenne. ඒකට thumbs up එකකුත් දීලා තියෙන තව කෙනෙක්. notes මේ slide එක මම share කරනවා ඔයගලන්ට. මේ session එකේ video recording එක ඔයගලන්ට හම්බ වෙනවා. Python කරද්දී මම කලින් පෙන්නපු handout එක දෙනවා පුතා. Okay. Right, okay. අර ගොඩක් ළමයි ඒ question එකට thumbs up දානවා. හරි. Okay. Fine.
Hello?
Oh.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, dear. Tell me.
Sir, I don't have any idea about what is programming.
Okay.
Then other time then ඔය වචනේ programming කියන වචනේ අහලා තියෙනවා මට ඒක මොකක්ද කියලා මම දන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මම අහන්නේ දැන් software එකක් අපි create කරනවානේ. ඒ create කරන එකද programming කියන්නේ.
ඔයා කොටසක් හරි තව කොටස් තියෙනවා ඒකට එකතු කරන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ software එකක් ඔව්
හරියටම clear නෑ. මට තේරෙන්නේ
තව තියෙනවා. තාම අපි මුලද ඉන්නේ. හරි. මම මේක ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ සිංහලව අහපු හින්දා මම සිංහලෙන් උත්තර දෙන්නම්. අපි මේ කෝස් එකේ පැය ගාන ගත්තොත් පැය 15ක් වගේ ටයිම් එකක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒකේ උපගන්නන්න පුළුවන් උපරිමම කියලා දෙනවා. එතකොට programming කියන එකයි software development කියන එක අතර පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. අපි ඔයාලට mic එක පොඩ්ඩක් mute කරගන්න හැමෝම right. එතකොට ඒ මම කියලා දෙන්නේ program එකක් හදන විදිහ නැත්නම් software එකක් හදන විදිහ තමයි මේකෙන් කියලා දෙන්නේ. ඔයාලට C# එකෙන් CRUD application එකක්ම හදන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ගන්නට කියලා දෙනවා මම database එකකට connect කරලා ඒ ටික ඔක්කොම කියලා දෙනවා හදන්න. right. නමුත් Python වල programming වලට අවශ්‍ය කරන නැත්නම් ඒ software develop කරන්න program එකක් use කරලා ඉගෙන ගන්න එපා problem solving කරන්න විදිහ ඉගෙන ගන්න එපා. ඒක පාවිච්චි කරන විදිහ මම Python වලින් උගන්වනවා. Python එකේ syntax එක ගොඩක් සරලයි. එතන අපි එකකින් කරනවා. හරි ගොඩක් කලබල වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. lesson එකක් දෙකක් කරගෙන යනකොට ඔයාලට slowly එක තේරෙයි. අනිත් එක මේවට ගොඩාක් tutorials තියෙනවා, video tutorials තියෙනවා. නමුත් එච්චර හිතන්න දෙයක් නැහැ මේක. මොකද මේක ගොඩාක් සරලව මම කරන්නේ. මං හිතනවා ඔයාලට ඉස්සරහට තේරෙයි කියලා. මේක කලින් කරලා නැති වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. ඔයා බලාගෙන යන්න ඉස්සරහට තව තේරෙයි. right? අපි තාම මුල ඉන්නේ. දැන් මොකද්ද මේක කියන්නේ කියන එක තමයි මම explain කරගෙන යන්නේ. ඕකේ ඒ දුව අහපු question එකට තව ළමයෙක් අහලා තිනවා ඒක තේරුන්නේ නැල්ලු එයාට ඒක දෙමළෙන් මොකද්ද අහන්නේ කියලා. அவ வந்து கேட்ட கேள்வி என்னன்னு சொன்னா ப்ரோக்ராமிங்ன்றது இன்றைக்கு தானே படிக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அது என்னன்னு விலங்கல எனக்கு செஞ்சு கொண்டு போயிலுமாமா என்னன்னு கேட்குறாங்க. நான் என்ன சொன்னேன்டா இன்றைக்கு தானே பேசிக் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ற லெசன் இன்றைக்கு தான். ஸோ நீங்க மேற்கொண்டு படிக்கிற நேரம் விஷயங்களை வந்து சிம்பிளா தான் நான் விளங்கப்படுத்துவேன். அப்போ உங்களுக்கு வந்து அது விளங்கும். ஸோ அதை பெருசாக அலட்டிக்கொள்ள வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. You can call me. My name is Mohammed. So I go with the name Mohammed. So I'll be your lecturer for this unit. Okay, right. We'll go to the next one. And you can see here, these are multimedia applications. මේවත් හදලා තියෙන software තමයි. තමගේ computer එකේ තියෙනවා. අපි ඊගාවට අපි after 7:30 we're going to do this one. Video editing ඉගෙන ගන්න යනවා. So in video editing we will be doing Premiere. So Premiere Pro, right? Okay, these are two multimedia applications. I have it in my computer. So you can see this is I think that's Photoshop, Maya, and Adobe Premiere. So these are three types of multimedia applications. They are also software. Okay, right. So these things are used for special purposes, right? So it's not the time for us to discuss it now. And these are some software that I developed. Okay, so not these two, I have developed it, right? So this is for a small hospital system. I developed once some time back. So where you can admit patients, right? So you can have full details of them. You can generate invoices. You can admit patients, discharge patients. A lot of activities you can do. This was done using Java programming language. You can build something like closer to this kind of application using C#, right? And MySQL database server. I have used Java to do this one. Okay, right. Right, so that's about the introduction, right? So what is computer programming, and application software means what, and system software means what. So these are application software, different type of application software. If you take application software will be solving a particular type of problem. For example, now if I have a thing, I need a requirement, like I have a private hospital. I want to maintain my hospital details, and I want everything to be done using a computerized program. So I can make use of this kind of a application to get that thing done, right? So that's what it's about, right? Okay, now we're going to start another very important lesson, right? We're going to start a very important lesson, next lesson, right? Okay. Now in this lesson, you should understand difference between application software and system software. Someone is again asking difference between application software and system software. That is what I repeated now. Look what I again. Application software, I'll explain it because it's in English. Application software means, for example, if you take Paintbrush, this is a Paintbrush is an application software because it is used to create, or it is used to solve a type of a problem. What is the type of problem it solves? It can be used to create small diagrams or pictures like this. That's what the Paintbrush can do. If you take calculator is another type of application which is used. A calculator is used for what? Doing calculations. If you want to do mathematical problems are there, you can solve that one. Using this software, you can do that kind of a work. Now you can't use this software to create diagrams, and vice versa, which means you can't use Paintbrush application to create calculations. So you have to use the correct program to do that. And you know, I am using the Brave browser. Brave browser is used for browsing the internet. So that is also an application software, right? So that's what it is. System software means operating systems that provides the platform. Right, let's continue. Now this one will, we will spend some time. Okay, right, very good. This one we will spend some time. I will have to explain each step a little bit detailedly, so you will get a good understanding how a software is developed or a computer program is developed. Please understand, programming is a small work, software development is a large work, right? So actually programming means program programming means the process of typing code in mainly. That means according to an application, what sort of instructions need to be created in the computer's program. So mainly creating that coding part is referred to as programming. Okay, so if you are a programmer, most of the time you will be typing or writing code in. You'll be typing code in, right? So what you should become is, you should become a software developer. When you become a software developer, you work a little bit, how do you say, broader. Not only you are writing coding, you do other things, right? Right. Okay, I request all of you to keep your microphones muted, please. Right, okay. Crowd is starting to reduce slowly, right? 120 odd were there, 117 people are there now, but I'm hoping all of you are listening very well, right? Okay, please. Someone is again asking, is it like HTML? Which one is asked? I don't know. I think you know. Right. So what is it like HTML? HTML, there is nothing like HTML. HTML will be used for creating web pages, right? So we are not learning HTML, or we are not going to use HTML, right? Yes, very good. One person answered that question, right? Thank you. Programming and software development are differences, right? So they're asking again, software development is a broader aspect you have, right? Programming, you have a shorter aspect, which means ඒ කියන්නේ programming කියලා කියන්නේ ඒක මේ ඒකේ කාර්ය බහුල නැත්තම් ඒ වැඩ කොටස් ටික ගත්තොත් ඉතාමත් සීමිත ප්‍රමාණයක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් අපි කෝඩින් ලියන කොටසට තමයි අපි programming කියලා mainly හඳුන්වන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා type කරන කෝඩින්. ඒ කොටස තමයි ගොඩාක් කරලා අපි programming කියලා කියන්නේ. නමුත් software engineering කියලා කියන්නේ software එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් develop කරන එක. හරිද? Right. So programming அப்படின்னு சொல்றது நாங்க வந்து டைப் பண்றது கோட மெயினா அதுதான் இன்வால்வ் ஆகும். அதே நேரம் சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியரிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது வந்து ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேரை ஆரம்பத்துல இருந்து கடைசி வரைக்கும் கிரியேட் பண்ற எல்லா ஸ்டெப்ஸுக்கும் தான் நாங்க வந்து சொல்றது வந்து சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியரிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நாங்க அதை படிக்க நேரம் ஸ்டெப் பை ஸ்டெப் உங்களுக்கு விளங்கும். hackers use කරන්නේ hackers use කරන coding නේද? ටොපික් එකෙන් පිට ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් අහනවා hackers use කරන programming ද කියලා. programming දැනන් ඉන්න ඕනේ පුතා. hack කරන්න programming knowledge එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ networking knowledge එකකුත් තියෙනවා. cyber security ගැන knowledge තියෙනවා. ඒක වෙනම දෙයක්. නමුත් programming අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. coding skills අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. coding කියන එක අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. හරි. okay. right. අපි බලමු ඊගා කොටස. right. මේ කොටස ටිකක් time එක යනවා. අපිට අද පටන් ගන්න පුළුවන් මේක. මම අද පුළුවන් තරම් මේ කොටස් දෙක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න බලන්නම්. right. So first of all, when you want to create a software, when you want to create a program, right? මම software කියන වචනම use කරන්නේ නැත්නම් application කියන වචනම use කරනවා. software இல்லண்டா application என்ற வேர்டை மட்டுமே யூஸ் பண்றேன். program அப்படின்னு யூஸ் பண்ணாம. When you want to create a software, you can't just sit in the computer and type coding. Okay, please understand that. You can't just sit in the computer and type code in. If you want to create a computer program, you have to methodically, you have to follow some steps. Methodically, you have to follow the steps. So in that, right, what you're going to do is step 1 is coming under something called planning. We have to do something called planning. Right. So we'll see how we can do that part. Right. So we'll see how we can do that part. Right. I will take a practical example to you. Right. Okay. We'll take a very good example, easy to understand example. Right. Okay. I'm going to ask you to do something. Now be ready to comment in the chat window. Let's say we want to build a house. Okay. Let's say we want to build a house. just a small child is drawing. Okay. We'll build a house. Right. Now, you know, building a house is a big process, right? It's a big process. What sort of things will you do? Just the main things. Tell me what are the things that you will do. Don't take more than 1 minute. Hello. I hope you can hear me. Draw the plan. Okay, one person saying draw the plan. Number 2, foundation. At the foundation. Sketch the plan. Bring essential things. Good. We'll say bring items. Okay. Bring essential things. Lay the foundation. Mark the budget. Okay, mark the budget. Right. Need a good engineer and architect. Yes, good budget. Interior design. Interior design. අපි interior design පොඩ්ඩක් පස්සට දාමු ඊට කලින්. දැන් foundation එක දැම්මා. හරි. මේක order එකක් තියෙනවා නේද? අපි කරගෙන යන්න ඕන order එකක් තියෙනවා. මෙන්න මේව. Right? One strand is put kasu mukkiyam. Yes, kasu mukkiyam da. Right. So construct the foundation, right? So when you want to do a house, right? So you want to have you have to follow some steps systematically and in an orderly fashion. You have to follow the steps, right? Foundation, then you have to add the columns, right? Then you have to maybe build the walls, or even before that you will be at the slab. Right? Then you can do the plastering. Before that you have to do the wiring, right? Wiring, plumbing, sorry about that spelling mistake. Wiring, plumbing, right? So then plastering you can do, right? Later at time you can do interior design, right? Okay. Right, of course, building a house, someone is saying it is a dream because he is in Sri Lanka. Of course, gone are the days things were very cheap those days, but it's very expensive nowadays. Of course, it is. Right, then you have to create the doors or windows, etc., etc. Now, having a plan for this one is very important. Having a plan for this one is very important. Let's say if you have a land which is about, let's say, 10 perch land, and if you estimate the house, if you draw a plan, the house itself which is 15 perch, you can't put another extra 5 perch in your neighbor's land. You can't do it like that, right? So the proper planning is very important. Okay, the proper plan is very important. So if you want the house to be built in a place, right? So this is the place where the house is coming. Let's say here there will be a small the storeroom type of thing is there, and this entire area is your garden, and here let's say there is a beautiful pond or something coming. All these things you can plan very well, right? And a lot of trees and things going on inside the house. Let's say this area will be your the garage also there inside the house itself, parking. Rest of the things you'll be nicely designing your house. Yes. Right. So what we're going to do is, if once you have the plan properly done, then you can go for the other steps, right? You can do the estimation, you can bring the necessary things. Of course, the budget is important. Of course, if you like, you can build a swimming pool as well, right? Okay. So all these kind of things, according to your requirements, you can have it. But first you have to have the plan. Then according to the plans, the estimation, and then step by step you have to undertake the project, right? So when you're undertaking the project step by step, the first thing is the planning. Under the planning is what comes as the drawing the plan, or the house plan drawing, all those things coming in the planning stage, right? Now let's come to a software. Let's come to a software development. So when it comes to the software development, when you want to do the planning, you will plan a lot of things like, right, of course, like, there also you have the budget, right? So you have the time frame, how long this can take, right? What technology, right? So we can keep on discussing on that, but I'm not going to go into the details, right? Okay, so there will be a planning. And what I want is, the first stage where we're going to start doing is, right, there's something called analysis. Analysis kila kiyanne vishleshane karano. Analysis அப்படினு சொல்றது வந்து ஒரு தீர விசாரிச்சு ஒரு விஷயத்தை நாங்க தீர ஆராயிறது படிக்கிறதுக்கு தான் நாங்க சொல்றோம் வந்து அனலைஸ் பண்ற அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம், right? Analyzing is a detailed study of something. Okay, now what we're going to detail study is, now at the end of the day, when the software is created, right? When you have finished creating your software, let's assume this green color thing is a software we have created. After finish creating this software, who is going to use that software? Software is going to be used by users. There will be people or people. So this is the main person who is going to make use of the software. When you are a user, or when you consider, or when you think about the user, you need to make sure, you need to understand user has some requirements. User have requirements, right? So when you're, first of all, what you need to do is you need to find out what their requirements are. Okay, you need to find out what the requirements are. So in order to find the requirements, what do you want us to build? Now, if you are a developer, if you are a software developer, and let's say I am the client, you are meeting me and you are talking to me and finding out. Talking to me is one way of finding out what exactly I need in the software, or what kind of a software do I want. So that can be done, right, using finding the requirements. So when you want to do the requirement, so you will find out the things like, right? So what are my basic requirements, right? Okay, so let's say I want a software to be built for my hardware shop, right? I have, let's say, hardware, steel bars, cement bags, all these kind of things. Let's say I have a hardware shop. For that, I'm expecting you to build a software, right? Okay, so as the developer, you need to know what exactly you need to include in the system. So you need to talk and you need to find out what are the requirements, right? Okay. So when you want to find information or when you want to find the requirements, there are requirement gathering techniques are there. This is a big lesson, okay? This will come in software engineering courses like degree and HND programs, big courses. But I'm just touching that without skipping anything to and going. Requirement gathering techniques are there. For example, you can talk to people, which is interviews you can do. Okay, and you can observe them, how they are working. Observe, right? You can use questionnaires. You know what is questionnaires? Questionnaires means easy to yeah, I will be teaching you video editing. Wait, after I finish this class, I will be doing that. And I will be continuing other things as well, right? So interviews, observations, questionnaires, things like that, we will be doing, right? Okay. So students, please understand. Yes, today I'm starting 7:35. I'm starting the video editing class. Be ready. So now time is 7:30 now. For today, I'm stopping. Next week, we will again continue the programming class. I will do my prayers and I will be back for my second session. Right? Okay. Right. Okay, no problem. You people be ready. And I think most of you are joining for the video editing class. See in that class, you can sign out from this and join to that one. Okay. Have a nice day. God bless you all. See you in the next session. So 100 and odd people are there. I want to see everybody in the next session. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye, sir.